with the students? Yeah, thank you. So I think, what would be important is that, that you explain us, about, how the trip is going to go on, how you're going to receive the students, who are they going to share the room with, and then how are the activities going to take place. And of course, we're all concerned about, the trip to Lyon. Everybody's looking forward to, since the beginning, we have had this information of this wonderful trip to Disney and Lyon. And now with the Omicron, we don't know if, the government is going to put some new regulations, and, what would happen if the trip is canceled. So, and also there are new regulations in Europe that are being installed. To some countries are requiring the online homologation of the QR to get a QR valid in France. But well, apparently this will not be the case, but if you can explain us, because some of us are getting a little bit confused. So in this presentation, we can clear all the doubts.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Madame Janvier, Delphine, and if you can, go ahead with the explanations. Okay. And then later, afterwards or during the presentation, maybe we will have questions popping up.
Okay. 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 So for the moment, the French government did not decide anything new about arrival at France, except negative PCR test at arrival. So for vaccinated people, there is no quarantine or nothing else, only a negative PCR test, okay? So when the students are going to arrive at the airport, we're gonna have people from the school who are going to pick them up at the airport to bring them back at the school, okay? And when they will arrive at Ecole Des Roches, they will go to their boarding house, meeting their housemasters. Housemasters are the adults responsible for the well-being, security, daily life of the students. And they will be able to see their bedroom, to see with the other students they are sharing the bedroom. So actually, in Ecole des Roches, we are trying to mix nationalities into the bedrooms. So it can be easier for students who are here to learn French to be with some French students and speak French on a daily basis. And they are going to have a little French test, I guess?
The day after. On the Sunday, it will be the day they will be integrated into the boarding house. And the next day, on Monday, I will welcome them with the teachers team and with the other students involved into the French as a foreign language curriculum. And so I will explain them with more details, what will be the program during this month. And we are very keen to welcome them because we usually know that Peruvian students are really very open-minded students, they are very, very nice students. And so we want them to have a quite a unique experience and we want them to have a very nice stay with us. So we will start first with the time to explain everything and to introduce everyone and to know who they are, to share time with them. Then I will organize a visit into the school to make them to understand, because the campus is quite big, so we want them to know where to go if they need anything. So we are going to show them every part of the school, And then they will go to class with the teachers. Delphine is going to send you a link in order to make a French test before their arrival. And with this test, it will help us to put them into the right group level class, because our classes for French are not, students are not mixed according to age, but they are mixed according to level of French. So it is very important to do this test very seriously and sincerely. For us, it is not an issue if they don't know a lot of French, because we are very professional on this and we know how to manage with fully beginners. But in order to not waste time for them, it is better to be integrated into the right class since the beginning. So I will prepare my groups according to the result of these tests. And on Monday morning, when they will go to the class with the teachers will test them again orally and a little bit with writing, in order to make sure that there is that they are into the right group. And then they will have lunch about 12 o'clock, and they have every day a break from between 12 and 2 in order to have lunch at the restaurant and to rest, to spend time with their friends. And in the afternoon from 2 to 4, they will have classes again, but I will explain much more about classes. Classes in the afternoon will be a little bit different from the morning, but I will explain this after. I would like to finish first with the timetable. And after classes, they will go back to their boarding house, and at this time they will have a break with a snack into the boarding house. They can share time with friends, and between 5 and 7 every day they will have activities. So we are going to give them the opportunity to do different kind of things. We are going to explain this too. And then at 7 o'clock, they will go to the restaurant again to have dinner. And after dinner, about 8:15, they have to be into the boarding house, and they cannot go out of the house after this time. And at 8:15, they will have a meeting, a daily meeting with housemasters and all the children of the boarding house, in order to give them information, in order to
remind them of
different kind of information, to prepare some projects as a dinner into the boarding house, or some other activities taking place into the school, things like that. That is what that is the daily life of a typical day of a student into the school. Okay. So sometimes they will have an outing the second week and the fifth week. We plan an outing to the Louvre in Paris. So they will visit the museum, and they will have time for shopping after the visit. And the second one is at the Opéra Garnier. The Opéra Garnier is very famous. It is in the center of Paris. It is an amazing place, really amazing place. Students are always very happy to visit that. And this is a visit organized with a conference, with a guide, yes, with a guide. So they will see this amazing place. Okay, and
we'll also have outings on weekends. One weekend on Tuesday, I have an outing. So we are actually organizing those outings, but we are thinking about ice skating or amusement park close, not very far from the school. And the other weekend, it will be maybe a cinema. They will go to the cinema.
Do you want us to talk now more in detail about classes? Yes? Lucrecia, what do you think? We go on with...
If you can tell us briefly what the afternoon lessons are.
Yes, I'm going to talk about classes. Okay.
And the activities, no? The afternoon activities. So they're the 2 points that...
Okay, I'm going to give you more details about the curriculum, and Delphine will let you know about activities, okay? So I know that a parent asked why Ecole des Roches has a great reputation teaching French. That is a very good question, and it is always very, how to say, I would like to remain modest, you know, it is, but in fact, we teach French as a foreign language for a very long time, and our teachers are very creative teachers, very innovative teachers, very dynamic, and we always want, I always want that oral expression, that speaking must be a leitmotiv, and I want children to speak French as much as possible, even if their French is not correct. I don't care if their French is not correct. The most important is to speak as much as possible, because as soon as you speak even a bit, you are going to communicate with people, you are going to share things with people, and it always gives a lot of motivation when you feel that you are able to communicate with people. So it doesn't mean that we are not going to teach grammar or vocabulary or things, traditional points of French, but the approach is really a learning approach based on communication. So that's why in the afternoon, sometimes they won't be into the class. They will be with the teachers, but they won't be into the class, because they are going to organize projects. They are going to organize gaming outside of the class, into the campus. They are going to...
Hablando del Ecole Des Roches.
Pardon? They are going to look for information, working into the school during the afternoon. They're going to do a lot of things, making them into a communicative situation. And I'm sure that if they feel that they can share things, they can communicate with people, they will be very happy, because they will learn about French culture. And that is the other part of our program, because of course they are going to learn the language, but they are also going to learn a lot of things about French culture and French art de vivre, way of life. All the outings will be prepared before they go to visit. They will learn a lot about the place they are going to visit. So, and even the day of the visit, they will have an activity to do. For example, when they will go to the Louvre, into the Louvre, we have a questionnaire. Do you say a questionnaire? And they have to look for information they will already have studied into the class. But you know, it is different to study about the Louvre into the class and to be really into the Louvre. So for each visit, they will have very active learning. Okay. Any question about classes?
Yes, about the afternoon lessons, what are they about? Because you mentioned that the afternoon lessons are not the same, are different to the morning lessons. So the afternoon lessons would be the active learning.
Yes, in the afternoon they will do projects. They will go outside of the classes with teachers. They will be very active. Okay, and so pardon?
In the morning.
And in the morning they will learn about the language. They will speak in class. They will stay in class as a group class. But in the afternoon they will be in small groups. They will share with other classes. French classes with other students. They will go to meet French people into the school. They will have a lot of things to do.
And what about, se fueron. And what about the activities, the afternoon activities?
So, in the campus, we have a lot of activities that we are offering to the students. And for the winter camp students, we are going to offer different things, such as it can be volleyball, it can be boxing, it can be swimming, it can be yoga. We are going to offer them a lot of choices in terms of activities. We are also thinking about making cooking activities because French gastronomy is also a good way to learn French. We also have a race of go-karting into the campus. So it can be an activity that they can select. And we are going to try to make them have different activity every day. Okay, so they will have a choice between 1 or 2 activities every day. And during these activities, they will be sharing and doing these activities with French and international students. Okay? Do you have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. How many students are per class in the French class?
Around 15 students.
Excuse me?
Around 15 students.
Okay. And they are from different nationalities?
Some students come from Ireland, some other from Brazil, and into the French academy, French as a foreign language academic here. We have other nationalities too. We have people from Austria, from Germany, from Spain, from Sweden, Japan, Korea, China.
Oh, well, lots of nationalities.
We are welcoming something like 40 different nationalities.
Ah, okay, great.
Every year.
Great, thank you.
Super, and about how do you organize the students for the pandemic? Do they have to wear masks all the time?
Yes, we decided to settle a strict sanitary protocol to be sure that we don't have any COVID case into the school. So the mask is mandatory inside, so in class, in the boarding house. But to be honest, this is something that is mandatory everywhere in France. When you are when you are somewhere with other people, you need to inside, you need to wear the mask. It's not mandatory outside. We are asking the student to be careful, to have the good behavior every day. And this is something very important because we need to keep this sanitary bubble at the school and to avoid any case, okay? We also have a boarding house dedicated for quarantine because we have students coming from some countries, they are not vaccinated and they need to do a quarantine before going out in France. So we are offering this quarantine on site. And this boarding house can be also a house for students if we have any suspect a contact case or if we suspect something.
Mm-hmm. And the students have to bring their own masks?
Yes. Yes.
Is there a special mask that you require or just a regular mask is okay?
Regular. And we are asking three masks per day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then can you tell us about the trip?
Yes. So we plan during the trip, we plan to go to Disneyland for 2 days and then 3 days in Lyon. So in Lyon, we plan to visit all the famous places because it is the second, it is a very big town with a lot of famous places. So do you want me to tell what is the Basilique de Fourvière? And I think it will be quite
And where are the students going to stay? Are they going to stay in a hotel in the city center?
Yes, they are going to stay in a hotel. Yes.
Do you already know which hotel they're going to stay?
I need to confirm with them, but because in fact we need to make sure that the government, the French government, will allow déplacement, will allow
stays in hotel and
stays in hotel for students in general. Yes, and but in case we couldn't go to Lyon, we will stay 1 day more in Paris after Disneyland, and we will organize another day to another place next to Paris.
Concern is about staying in a hotel.
Yes.
So if
train.
So if we are not allowed to do it, we will manage to do another thing to let the students stay one day in Paris and to have another outing later.
They are supposed to go from Disneyland to Lyon by train. And for the moment, our issue is, will it be allowed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so you would go from Disney to Lyon by train,
yes.
Normally. Yes. Yeah, so in case that Disney Lyon trip couldn't take place, then you would replace that trip for some other outings.
Exactly, with arm buses, with a bus, and only for them, you know, with disinfection, but not mixed with other people. A bus only for them.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question.
Yes.
Is there any like small town or something near the Ecole where the children can walk to, or how is that?
We are at 3 kilometers from the little town of Verneuil.
Mm-hmm.
The students are not allowed to go to Verneuil alone, but when during the weekend, when they don't have any outing outside the school, they are going to Verneuil for 2 or 3 hours in the Saturday afternoon, and then can go to the supermarket. They can go in the center of the town and have some free time over there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have a question. If they decide to go to the town on the weekend, how do they get there?
We have buses that bring them to the center, and they will be with adults. They can have free time alone in the center of the Verneuil, but they will go to Verneuil with adults, and they will go back with adults too.
Okay, thank you.
We never let students to get out of the school without by themselves. They always be somewhere with an adult around of them.
And we have a very big campus, so it's not a problem of space. They will have space, and they can go for a walk into the campus. But for the security, we don't want them to go in a town alone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have more questions. Yes, because well, we are, getting close to the trip, and we must organize, what kind of documents the students will require. So obviously, they're, to travel, they're going to require the passport, passport, a health insurance.
Yes.
That we are already gathering the health insurance that,
yes.
They have to bring them along with them.
Yes.
And then they're going to require the
COVID vaccination certificate.
The COVID vaccination certificate, the original.
Yes, because I explained to Lucrecia yesterday that in France, when you want to go to the restaurant or to a museum, you need to have a QR code showing that you are vaccinated, okay, that you are okay to enter a restaurant. And we need to convert the vaccination certificate that your children have into a QR code valid in France. So this we can do this by going into a pharmacy, and with the passport and the certification of vaccination, they can convert this into a paper with a QR code. Okay, so as soon as the student will arrive, we are going to ask them for the passport and the original vaccination certificate, and we are going to this pharmacy to convert, and then they will have the QR code, and they will be able to enter to go in every outings.
Delphine,
yes.
I have a question. With a certification of vaccination, you mean the vaccination card?
Exactly.
The vaccine card?
Yes, exactly. With the name of the student, with the date of birth, and the name of the vaccine they received, and the date, of course.
And then I guess the letter of invitation must also be carried with a passport to enter France.
The letter of invitation is for the parents to have visa. So I guess, yes, you need to show it when you go to the airport and you go to the
control des passports, the passports control.
Immigrations.
Immigrations. in the passport control, because they might ask, you know, where are you going? I'm going to,
Exactly.
how do I know?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
I was able to download the certification, the vaccine, and I have the QR code already. Lucrecia sent us a link.
Yes, it's a US QR code.
No, French.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the link.
It seems to be the good one. So, with the link that I sent you, Lucrecia.
Yes. No.
Okay. So it means that you were able to do it. That this is perfect. So
Does she need to take the original certificate though, the card?
I think it's better. Yes, to be sure that if anything happened, she can have the original.
Yeah, but you know, we were talking earlier that maybe it is convenient, no, when the students arrive, things like, you know, like money, the passport must be handed to the adult in the house where they're going to live. So we are sure that, you know, it is in a safe place.
Yes, exactly. Oui. Yes, because we are advising every student, I mean, winter camp or other students, when they arrive at Ecole Des Roches, when they have precious things, such as passports, such as money, such as, I don't know, they can give it, they can give it to the housemaster, and they are going to keep it into the housemaster office to be sure that they are not going to lose it. Okay. So I think that at arrival, we are asking the student to give the passport to be sure that when they are going to go back, they will have it. Okay. We also want to talk about the cell phone. We have rules about cell phone into the school. So during the day, the students don't have their cell phone. Okay, it's they can have it back after just before dinner at 7 p.m. Okay, and they have to give it back to the housemasters when they go to bed. So they have something like 2 or 3 hours during the day where they have their cell phone. Okay, this is a rule. This is the same rule for every student in the school. But you as a parent, do not worry. If you have a question, if you want to call your child, you will have the information of the housemaster, the phone number, the email. So you will be able to join them whenever you want. And you can also contact me, and I will be the link to your child.
How do we contact you?
Are going to be leading, sorry. All the students, well, the girls, let's say, no, there's most of the students that are traveling with us, no, with Escuela del Mundo are girls. So all of these girls, they're going to be living in the same house, or they're going to be in different houses?
Yes, different house. We have 2 different houses for girls from 15 to 17, 18. So they will be divided in 2 groups. And they will be sharing their rooms with other students. If we can imagine that if they want to have one friend with them, they can have one. We may put 2 friends in the same room, not 3. It would be difficult because the bedrooms are already organized with some other students. So we have 1 or 2 places in every room that we can give.
In fact, we don't want to have into our rules. We don't want to have 2 students from the same nationality into the same bedroom. We want to give them the opportunity to meet new people. So as Delphine has just said, we can accept that they are with 1 friend from the same country, but no more, because if they are always together, they won't take a big benefit from their stage. They don't communicate with other people.
Yeah, it's a better integration, no? Because otherwise they would just hang around with their own friends, and it's better for them to meet new people.
Exactly.
I have another question. How many days in advance do they need to take the PCR test before entering France?
We will ask for 48 hours. And we understand that it can be difficult because it will be New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So we would maybe accept for 72 hours. But
okay, this requirement is a requirement of Ecole Des Roches, or it's a requirement from the country?
Of Ecole Des Roches. For France, I guess it's 48 hours.
So
I need to check. I will
check that, because if we have 72 hours, it won't be valid.
It will be fine for us, yes.
Yeah, for you, but not for entering the country.
No, if it's 45 hours for 48 hours for France, it will be good for France and us, yes.
Okay. And it needs to be PCR, not antigen, right?
Antigen is also good for us.
Antigen is also good for France?
For France, it's only PCR.
Oh, okay.
Then it has to be PCR.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and before we go too far, about the pocket money, no, yeah, we have, told the parents that they have the possibility of completing a form of their credit card, or send a bank transfer, in favor of the students. So in that case, you would have the money.
Yes.
And then how do you give it to the students?
So pocket money, it's only for outings or weekends, because during the week, we are providing everything for the students, every meal, every snacks, and there is nothing to buy at the school. Before every outings, we will have a housemaster or teachers that go to the finance department and take the pocket money and then give it to the students. And if there is the students still have some money after the outings, they can give it back to the finance department.
And how much money do you think is a reasonable amount?
That's a good question. When they are going in an outing, we also provide the meal. So pocket money is only if they want to buy a snack or a souvenir, a gift or something. So it depends. I mean, I guess that for Disneyland, it can be higher than for the regular week, because Disneyland, of course, they will want to buy a souvenir, a lot of souvenirs. So I don't know. It's difficult to say.
It's difficult to say, yes.
For our students, it goes from 20 to 100 euro per week. So it depends.
So that is a range. To more or less calculate, maybe you can give a little extra just in case. And in case at the end of the stay, there is a balance, there is a little bit of money left, do you hand it to the student for the travel to go back home? Do you keep a little amount for the end of the trip or not?
I think so.
I don't know. I need to check. I don't know. I will check and I will give it to you.
If the student gives all the money, maybe it is good to keep, let's say, at least 50 euros for that trip to come back home, or in case they want to buy something to drink at the airport.
Yes. I think we are going to check with the person in charge of boarding, but
I will get back to you, Lucrecia, and you can give the information to the parents. Yes.
Thank you for all. I have a question. You talk about the cell phones, but I want to know if the students need laptops for learn French. A laptop? Maybe you give
If they can, yes, they can come with their laptop. They can come with it. It is not mandatory.
Do you recommend that the students bring their own laptops or tablets?
Yes, I recommend it because we can do a lot of activities with laptops. So they are going to use it into the class if they have one. It is possible to use it. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do they have to bring their own dictionaries, the physical dictionary?
No. How to say? We don't want students, in our teaching approach, we don't want students to translate from Spanish to French. Okay, so of course they will face words or sentences and they won't understand. But here we are to make them to understand. And that is much more efficient if they learn to communicate with what they know, what they are going to learn, and they don't need vocabulary. They don't need a dictionary into the class. They can use the dictionary when they do personal work, if they want, but into the class, it will be only French and without dictionary. And you know, we do that every day with our students from other nationalities. For example, our Chinese, I don't speak Chinese, but I teach Chinese students in French. And you can imagine that a lot of times they don't understand what I'm saying. So that is my problem. That is my job. I have to make them to understand. So we use a lot of ways to make them to understand. And they will, don't worry, they will.
Mrs. Massa? Mrs. Massa, you had a question?
Yeah, sorry, I got an email. I'm at work and kind of double tasking. The question I had with respect to cell phones, over the weekends when they go out or the outings, let's say Disney or Lyon, would they be able to have their cell phones with them? Or maybe if they are on the weekend afternoon when they go to town and they are just, you know, strolling by themselves, would they be able to have the cell phones at that time?
During outings? Yes, they will. Yes, okay. We always give them their cell phones during outings because most of the time the cell phone is also a camera and they want to take a lot of pictures. So that's why we give them their cell phones.
During the weekend, yes, they have their cell phone too.
Okay, great, thank you.
I forgot to talk about the laundry because we are providing a laundry service. We just need the parents to mark every clothes with the name of the students. As soon as every clothes is marked, the student can give his clothes to clean every day and have it back 24 hours later.
Okay. Then, we have made the name tags for the students. Well, except for Isabella's not ready. I don't know if we're going to have time for them. We're going to work hard for that. But for all the other students, I think the labels are already to be collected from our offices. You know where our offices are in Miguel Lazo. So, I mean, if you didn't collect them yet, you can send somebody to pick them up. No, you know, Maddie works from 3 to 6. So there is always somebody. Mary's normally at the office, not this time. but otherwise there was always somebody at the office to hand in the label so you can pick them up, you know, if you have not done it already.
I have a question.
Yes.
Regarding clothing. So from Monday to Friday, they will be with the clothes of the Ecole Des Roches clothes, the blazer and the skirt, right? Or they get to change in the afternoon, just to calculate how many clothes will they need to take.
They won't. During the day, during classes, they have to wear clothes similar to our uniform.
Yes. Yes.
Dark blue pants or skirt and white shirt.
Yes, but that's the whole day. The whole day from Monday to Friday.
For the class. After class, they can go back to the house and change.
Ah, okay, okay, yeah. And about the weather,
yes. January
how
is
cold does it get?
Yes, January is quite cold in Normandy, in France. So do not forget sweaters, yes, a coat. Yes, big coat, because it can be snowing.
Okay.
And the temperature is sometimes around 0 or minus 0 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you know, some of the mothers were worried about how strict the uniform is and how they're going to get the uniform. But do you think it is a concern? It is very strict. How flexible are you?
Asking for example, we are asking the skirt to be not too short. And just no, then it's not that strict. It's just to be, you know, in a good way for class.
For example, we cannot admit a student in class with jeans, you know. But if trousers are blue one, dark blue one, without holes or things like that, it can be accepted. There is no problem with this.
So like a la limit, they could wear like dark blue jeans that are
no jeans. No jeans.
And if somebody doesn't have, because some parents have said that they don't have like the dark blue. And
black.
right now with the pandemic,
black.
Yes. Black a la limit.
Yes.
Ça va. And the blazer also black a la limit. Ça va.
Okay, blazer, it's okay. Even if it is black, if it is not blue, no problem. Okay.
And one last thing,
les chaussures.
One thing, the shoes. Sneakers are not accepted in class. So if you can provide leather shoes, black leather shoes, it would be perfect. Or boots. Okay. Boots can be good too. Sneakers, it's for after class or for sports.
But they are like, you know, like chaussures de sport medieval, no? They're not for sports. But
yes, but this kind of sneakers are not allowed in classes.
No,
it's leather.
It has to be leather.
Yes.
Leather shoes. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
I have one question. I'm assuming if it snows, probably it won't rain. I didn't see an umbrella in the list. So I'm just asking just to be 100% sure. Not too much rain or not rain at all. So go ahead.
It can rain, of course. Normandy is well known for rain. But most of the time, the students don't have any umbrella. Most of the time, you will see adults with umbrella at the school, but not students. They have, you know,
I don't know, like a raincoat. raincoat with a cap or something like that?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you want to provide one, it's not a problem.
No, but it's probably she won't use it. So that's why I'm asking. When she needs it, she wouldn't have it at hand, most likely. So it's better to have like something like a raincoat. The second question I have is if the dorms or the houses are far from where they have to walk to school. And I'm asking this because of the shoes. If it snows and they need specific shoes and they have to walk, that's what there's a way in which they can get to school without just going through the snow because of the shoes.
From the boarding house to the classroom, it will be 3 minutes. So it's very close.
Thank you.
Yes, anybody has more questions?
Hi. Yes, I have a question. I'd like to know, how do you plan to pick up the children at the airport?
Okay, so as we have the details of flight information from every student, we have people from the school that go to the airport, and they are picking the student up and bring them back to the school by bus. And this is the same for departure. We have people from the school or a taxi that brings the student to the airport.
Okay, thank you. But they are going to wait in a room or something like that.
You mean
if one children comes before the other, I think do you have a range hour between? I don't remember. So if one children comes before, he needs to wait to the other to complete the group, no?
We are waiting for the flight information for all the students, and then we will see what is the lack of time between your group arrival and other students.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, two little more questions, no? Just, to be clear about the things they need for, to go for bath in the morning, so they have to bring their necessaire, and that would include, like shampoo, soap. Do they have to bring toothpaste? What things they need to bring? And also, do they need to bring their own towels?
Yes, towels, yes.
They have to bring towels, everything for the bathroom, everything for a bedroom, and the clothes.
Not bedroom.
No, I mean, the bed linen is provided by the school. Okay, so it's only towel and their clothes and
personal effects.
And the hair dryer?
We don't have. So if they want to have one, they have to bring their own.
Okay, because in France, I've seen the plaque is different. It's different even from Switzerland. So they will need also to bring the adapter.
Exactly. Yes.
And for the study supply, do they need to bring a copybook, paper, their pencils, colors?
No, we will provide this.
Maybe a bag if they want to put their
school bag. Yes, if they want.
So they can bring like a backpack to put.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But no paper, no pen. We are providing.
No, pen, it's better to bring pens. Only a trousse.
A la cartuchera.
Oui.
So
only
if the trousse, they would bring like a pen,
yes,
a pencil.
Yes,
okay, so
pencils,
okay.
but we will provide books and notebooks.
Mm-hmm. And you recommend they bring their little backpack too?
Yes, it is useful. It is useful to come to the classes, and it is also useful when they go for an outing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Useful
Super.
and practical.
Okay, but let's say for the trip to Lyon, they will bring the carry-on.
Yes. To Lyon, they will bring a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
The bathroom is inside the room or outside the room?
Right. On the same floor.
On the same floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, it's super clear, but it's always, good to review, and there are little adjustments every year.
Do not hesitate. Lucrecia, I will be on holidays on the 23rd. So from today until the 23rd, you can contact me whenever you want if you have any further questions.
I will call you every day, I think.
like you like you've done for the last two weeks. Yes, it's not a problem. It's a pleasure, Lucrecia.
Just to say hello. No, don't worry. But of course, I will call you if I need, any more information.
Yes.
And ladies, mamacitas lindas.
Lucrecia, I think we should give another information. We forgot to talk about illness.
Oh.
If a child is sick, we must let you know that we have a nurse at school, and of course we will send the child to see the nurse as soon as he will say, or she will say, that she doesn't feel well. And we also have a doctor coming to the school almost every day. So if it is necessary to call the doctor, to see the doctor, we will ask him to see the child. Okay? And we also have, I cross fingers, but sometimes, a child can hurt, or during sports, or I don't know. We also have an hospital in Verneuil next to the school with an emergency service. So we don't have big issues due to these services at school and in Verneuil.
Thank you. Chicas, ¿tienen más preguntitas?
Por ahora yo no, Lucrecia. Tú vas a compartir el video con nosotras, ¿verdad?
Sí. Vamos a compartir el video, ¿no, Delfín? You're gonna send me the video.
Yes.
Claro, para que lo vean las chicas, ¿no? So the students can also take a look, and then they know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
If children, after seeing the video, if the children have some more questions, don't hesitate to let us know. We will be very happy to answer to further questions if they want to know things we didn't mention today.
Super. Thank you.
Yes, I have the last question. How many students are going to study this year in the winter camp?
How many students?
Yes.
There are about 30. 29 students.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, but it is important to know, as far as I know, that you are going to mix the students of the winter camp with the students of the FLE program, no?
Not during classes, not during all the classes. We have two teachers dedicated to the winter camp students for classes, but For example, in the afternoon, some afternoons, they will practice their French with other students from the French as a foreign language academic year students. We are going to mix them, for example, during some project activities in afternoons, but they will have a dedicated teacher during classes.
It will be mixed during the outings.
The outings, they're going to go with other students.
Yes. And during the trip too.
Mm-hmm. So altogether for the outings, how many would they be?
During the outing, there will be about 70, 75, yes.
Mm-hmm. Super. More questions?
For me, it's all clear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.